Hi class! So today we are going to be talking about author's purpose. So does anybody know what the word author means or have any guesses of what author means? Well, an author is someone who writes a book. And the word purpose, does anybody know what that means? Well, purpose means the reason something is being done. So today we're going to talk about author's purpose, which is why the author wrote the book. Author's purpose is as easy as pie. So the P in pie is to persuade. One of the reasons the author will write something is to persuade. Now, does anybody know what persuade means? Well, persuade is trying to convince the reader to do something or think about something in a certain way. So an example could be commercials. Do y'all remember those commercials about the toys y'all really ask your parents to buy y'all? That is persuade. Some examples of persuade is like the new Frozen movie, a Barbie doll, a teddy bear commercial, even cereal commercials and monster truck commercials. All are persuading you to buy a new toy. So the I in pie stands for inform, and inform means to give us information. So one of the ways the author could inform us is by giving us some facts. It could be about an animal book that gives us facts about those animals or a specific animal, or it could give us plant facts, or it could give us any kind of facts or information that we need to know. An example of the author informing us could be giving us facts about the world, about animals such as pigs and dogs, give us facts about plants, pretty much anything you can think of. Lastly, the E in pie stands for entertain, and the author will write books to entertain us. And those books are basically just for enjoyment, like your everyday, like you watch cartoons, you watch that to enjoy, to laugh, to feel happy. So authors could also write books just for our enjoyment. Some ways the author can entertain us is by making us laugh, having us happy, smiling, kind of the way you were whenever you watched The Lion King or Lilo and Stitch or even Frozen, even watching shows like that. So those are the 3 different types of author's purpose, and it's easy as pie. Just remember, persuade, inform, and entertain. Now let us practice. I'm going to read a book titled Giraffes Can't Dance, and your job is to help me figure out what the author's purpose is for this book. Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andreae and Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with the bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find the music that we love." Now that we have finished reading, we are going to move on to our activity. And for this activity, you need scissors, glue, your 3 pie slices with persuade, inform, and entertain. You will also need your giraffe cut out, which I will be demonstrating how to cut this out. Okay, so to cut out our giraffe, what we are going to do is just cut along the dashed lines. And you're going to follow it all the way with your scissors until you cut out your perfect, nice looking giraffe, like this. Now that we got our giraffes all cut out, I would like y'all to go ahead and grab y'all's pie slices paper. So for this activity, I would like y'all to place the giraffe on what you think the author's purpose was for writing the book Giraffes Can't Dance. Was it to persuade us? And remember, persuade means try to convince us to do something or try to convince us to think a certain way. Did the author try to inform us by giving us facts about stuff we didn't know, or information that we didn't know already, or information about anything in the book? Or did the author write this story for our entertainment, which was for us to laugh, have a good time, and read and have so much fun? What I would like y'all to do is glue your giraffe. Now what I'd like y'all to do is go ahead and glue your giraffe onto whatever pie slice you think is the reason why the author wrote Giraffes Can't Dance. Was it to persuade us? Was it to inform us? Or was it to entertain us? Go ahead and glue what you think, and then take a picture and send it down below. Thank you.